What's up, YouTube? This is Fast Freddy, also known as SDC. I got an email from one of my listeners asking, how do you talk about a fetish with a sugar baby? How do you approach it? How do you open it? I know it's something that can be awkward. Obviously, it's sort of important um, in your relationship or arrangement, that you're satisfied sexually and you want to make sure that, the girl is comfortable and down. So before we even get to that, we need to understand a little bit about female sexuality. And this is things that I've discovered um, from my experience. So women are a little bit different than men when it comes to sex. Women are indeed sexual. They are sexual beings. They like to be pleasured. They're just a little bit different. So, for example, men, I think we're programmed and evolved to reproduce. We want to have sex constantly, and we don't have much standards. That's just how we're biologically built. So we, as I've grown older, I have to say my standards in terms of beauty have just like been flexible. I'm more important. It's more important to have someone who's confident in themselves, who's feminine, who likes to be there. In terms of beauty, it's very flexible. And frankly, I want to have sex all the time. And as I get healthier, I want to have sex all the time. Women are not like that. They're not driven to reproduce like that. They're driven to take one seed and incubate that seed. That doesn't mean they're not sexual. That doesn't mean there are not sexual girls out there. But for the most part, they're not built like how we are. And for them, a lot of people say, a lot of the times you hear it's sexuality for girls is emotional. It starts in the head. So they are sexual. So these girls that you're running into, these sugar babies, regardless of their age, they are sexual, but they need to be triggered sexually under the right circumstance. So, and the first one on the website, or let's say not only the website, but anytime you're talking to, let's say, sugar baby, is safety and comfort. The girl needs to feel safe and comfortable before she can open herself up sexually. And she, there are different things that make her comfortable. They know what it's about. They know what the site is about. They know what they're coming for. Most of them. Some of them I know are looking for things that are just online or platonic, but for the most part, girls know that they're coming to the site, they're dating, and this is going to be part of the dating experience. So first of all, have that understanding. But most of the girls are, before they even open themselves up to that, they're qualifying you. So they're not going to be open right away to be talking about that. Now you will, the girls there are girls on there that are sex workers or gold diggers. Those ones will be, but there's going to be a price to it. First of all, it's going to be very expensive for those girls who don't give a fuck. How you approach it and are just open sexually. A lot of them are going to be just requiring a ton of money. They'll do whatever it takes for money, and then they're going to be completely emotionally detached, so the sex is not going to even be fun. So I wouldn't even want, me personally, I don't want those girls. I'm not an ATM. I'm not looking for a hooker, and I always say I'm nothing against hookers. That's just not what I'm looking for. I want to enjoy myself, and I'm not trying to, pay a pretty penny for that. I'm down to financially help a girl, but I'm not trying to get ripped off just so I can have some terrible, terrible sex. So the first thing is, my recommendation, step one, do not approach and open with sex. We know it's part of the program, but do not open with some sort of sexual remark or dirty remark. Treat the girl like a human being. Get to know her first. Your openers should not be sexual. And again, I think there are people who disagree, but you'll get to me, if a girl is going to be sexual from the get-go, just the wrong girl. It's the wrong type of girl. You're in danger. It's a red flag, actually. So go in first, approaching her as a human being and asking her, and getting to know her. And there are other videos I'll have on that, on how to kind of break the ice. Once you've broken the ice, you guys are on the same page about arrangements, you're getting some positive reactions for her, you feel she's comfortable. The way you can open about the conversation about sex, me personally, is first of all, I start off very sort of scientifically about it. I say, do you mind if I talk about your sexuality? I don't want her to think that I'm flirting and I'm trying to get phone sex or I'm trying to get, you know, talk dirty or anything. I'm genuinely asking because I want to see if this is a good arrangement. That usually allows them to be comfortable. Now here's the trick. Here's the trick. When I open about sex, the discussion about sex, I open with her prohibitions first. What are your prohibitions? What do you not want to do? What are you not cool with? And that sort of disarms them because now, I don't know if you've heard of Chris Voss's book it's a communications book called Never Split the Difference. But people prefer to say no. It's more comfortable for them to say no than to say yes, because yes has things that are attached to it. So the funny thing is, it will disarm them and allow them to say comfortably how they feel, the things that they are not cool with, because those are the things they're mainly concerned about. So I start off with saying, hey, can I ask you a question about your sexuality? Usually they're comfortable. They say, yeah, sure, no problem. And I say, what are you not comfortable with? And 99% of the time they're going to say anal. So if that's your fetish, good luck, because you're going to have to find someone that's comfortable. 99% of the girls are not cool with that. And then from there, the funny thing is, a lot of girls will say, I'm not cool with this, but I'm okay with this. You can use those positive little positive hooks, baits to open the conversation. So for example, I've had a girl say, I don't like penetration anal, but I like getting eaten out. At that point now, it's a positive opening for you. If you're really good, you can start flirting, but then you can start asking, okay, that's cool. How about this? How about that? How about this? That's the time for you to start opening up about your fetishes. So that should open the doors for the conversation. Once you've gotten there, she's comfortable. And again, don't push it. Don't push it. There will be time. If she pushes it, stick with it. If she starts talking dirty, you can start talking dirty. But otherwise, don't push it. And then once you get to that point, you can schedule a meet, and then that's another story of how you're gonna actually have your fetishes carried out. So that's kind of how you open the discussion. How you can increase your chances too, obviously, is when you're searching on the site. A lot of the times, girls will post their fetishes. So you can also search and filter out more targeted. Okay, are her fetishes aligned with mine? And of course, you can also see if fetishes sort of relate. So if you like it rough and she's into S&M, BDSM or whatever, then that's some of the stuff that you can, okay, we're in line, she's open-minded, maybe she'll be cool with my fetish, etc. But yeah, so that's my recommendation on how to kind of open the doors to that. Tell me your comments. Tell me any experiences you've had, good, bad, whether you're sugar baby, whether you're sugar daddy. Let me know what you think.